Wing construction, step 20. There are various things that we're supposed to do in this step, and the first one is to take the leading edge, this thing here, and glue it to the front of all the ribs, like this. Then, in due course, you get the covering, the balsa sheet that covers the front, to glue down over this. This is not something I like to do, because when the sheeting comes over here, you get a very bad edge here at the front, which is very, very difficult to get smooth. So what I want to do is instead take something like this. This is 2.5mm balsa, and I glue it as a false leading edge to the ribs, and form it to the ribs, and then glue the sheeting on top. And the sheeting ends here at the front of this false leading edge. Then I can glue the leading edge to it and form it as it should be, and you get a much better joint between the sheeting, the false leading edge, and the real leading edge in front. So that's what we're going to do first. When gluing this false leading edge to the ribs, I like to use thin CA glue. That is the best way to do it, I think. Now this front false leading edge is stuck on, which happens quite immediately, and now we can use the balsa plane to get the line of the ribs down onto the false leading edge. It's important to do this very carefully, because we really don't want to break anything. And when the planing is done, we take some sandpaper and smooth it out. It shouldn't really have to do a lot with the sandpaper. The plane should have done it most. So now this is ready for the covering, the balsa. The leading edge is W6, and this part here, which comes at the front of the aileron, is W7, but they don't mention in the instructions to put this. This is formed a little bit, so because the picture shows this stationed here, positioned here, I want to glue it in, and I'm going to do that with this. Now, after we've done the front, the leading edge, the instructions tell us to glue a 2mm balsa trailing edge planking. That's this here. Now, before we start gluing, I want to mark where W1 is, there, because I want to put some extra glue there, and then we're going to use just normal clothespins to hold it up. The best thing you can get for this kind of ribs. Next, we have to take 6 hardwood blocks like this. They are marked W8, 9, 10 and 11, and they are supposed to be placed between the top and bottom spars in 6 places. Now this is unfortunately going to be a little bit messy because I want to use epoxy to do this, and because of the mess I'm going to use some rubber gloves. Now the last instructions for this step is to take W20, 21s and a 2mm balsa sheet and make up the aileron. This is the leading edge of the aileron, and it's formed for that purpose, to fit here in the front and give you up and down movement. W21 are these little things here, and they are glued down onto the balsa sheet like this, and this is what I'm going to do now. And I'm going to use thin CA glue. And now I just glue W20 to the front of the ribs and see to it that they do not protrude above it. And now I can say with clear conscience that step 20 has been completed.